want to become an artist. I am going to apply to an art school right now.
Please tell me you're aware that there's academic work as well. Some art schools do not have exams, but have academic assignments.
I am going to be the greatest artist who ever lived. Ever. I will be exhibiting in galleries in a year's time. Just you wait.
It takes a bit more than that, young lady. Some artists don't have their first exhibition in a major gallery retrospective until they are 50.
You have no idea how talented I am. I could be exhibiting work before I even graduate.
If you revised your statement to say, I'm going to exhibit work at the student gallery provided by the Student Union Access System, then your argument makes sense. But you're not meaning that, are you? Your tone of voice is telling me you really think you'll get into a major art gallery show immediately.
I could go up to the Art Gallery of New South Wales or MoMA right now, and tell them I am going to put on a show right now. The paintings are in the back of my car. I'm sure they'll be interested.
And I'm sure you'll be arrested.
I don't think that will happen to me. Only rappers and sometimes movie stars ever get arrested. Artists are in a completely different category. We're special.
You are not special because you are an artist. Anyone would be arrested if they rocked up to a major gallery and argued their paintings be put on display at any moment.
But they'll totally put my work up if I ask. I will be the next Damien Hirst and Banksy rolled into one, because that is how talented I am. I will be making millions of dollars before I am 25.
Or you'll be working in a coffee shop like everybody else. But fortunately you don't have to work in a coffee shop to get health insurance in Australia. Australian artists make less money on average than other international artists, but they don't worry too much about health insurance. Be thankful for that before you decide to move to New York only to get cancer from all the cigarettes you smoke. I don't even smoke and I'm worried I'll get cancer just from attending this art school.
I can't smoke as many cigarettes as I want. All the artists do it. You're not a real artist unless you smoke like the guys in that show Mad Men. Because 1950s retro is so cool right now.
Well, you certainly are under the impression that being an artist involves behaving like everybody else around you. If that is the case, even if you do manage to complete the coursework set by the tutors, you probably won't stand out from other aspiring artists later in life.
Who do you think I am? Some kind of hipster? You are a conformist. A damn conformist. Why else would you not go out every Saturday night like me and my cool friends do?
Because I am too busy working on assignments that you should be working on as well. The essay is due at the end of the month, but that doesn't mean you should leave it to the night before.
You are such a downer. Men like you are going to die miserable and alone. I'm going to end up being a painter who lives in a huge-ass mansion, with my walls covered up with priceless modern art.
Good luck with that. By the time you actually have millions of dollars for that mansion, you will probably be dying of cancer. Because you smoke like a freaking chimney. And even that considered, it's unlikely for any Australian artist who works in painting to obtain notoriety overseas. The cost of shipping artworks overseas has gotten higher and higher, and it is more expensive to buy gallery space for exhibitions here too.
I will show you so hard. So hard your face will melt like a Salvador Dali clock. I don't remember what that painting is called, but I know who Dali is, so there.
That painting is called The Persistence of Memory, by the way. You should probably have noticed the title of it by now. That is, if you ever opened an art textbook in your life. What are your influences in painting? What style do you work in?
I just paint stuff the way I like it. I have no influences, because I am so original I don't even have to try to copy other people's work.
Speaking of which, have you cited the sources in your essays in order to prevent accidental plagiarism in your academic work? I hope your essays are pretty original, because by the sounds of it you haven't used a bibliography since high school.
Books are for nerds. I wear contact lenses because I am not a nerd. Even though glasses are fashionable right now, I don't wear them because I hate being mistaken for dorks like you.
I'm sorry to hear that you dislike the experience of reading. That said, I saw you check out a lot of things from the library here. May I ask what you borrowed?
I borrowed a David Lynch box set, The Room, directed by Tommy Wiseau, Emily, because French couture is so hot right now and I need to bone up on my language skills, for all the French galleries I will be exhibiting in when I get famous. I also borrowed some horror movies ironically, they are so bad that I enjoy making fun of them.
I mourn for the future of the species if this is what young people are borrowing from the library these days. You didn't borrow a single book. David Lynch I can forgive, because his work is described as being a painting on film. But you never borrow documentaries about actual artists, do you?
Why would I do that? I already told you I'm not a nerd. The only documentary films I watch are quirky indie ones like The King of Kong. I find the sight of losers competing to gain a Donkey Kong heist car world record amusing because they will never be as cool or successful as me.
In that case you should probably borrow American movie from the library. I think you should be aware of the message this movie conveys.
Oh, what's it about? Is it about the beat poets or something?
It is a harrowing documentary about an independent filmmaker who is on the verge of ruining his life and giving up his hopes and dreams because he put everything he ever loved and cared for into his film, and yet he did not succeed. The title is a reflection of the film's dark mirror into the American dream, where even if you work your ass off, you may never become as successful as you hoped. You may even lose custody of your children and become lonely and forgotten.
First of all, I'm a woman, so I won't lose custody of my children. Second of all, I don't plan to have children because capitalism relies on heteronormative structures of identity.
Your feminist outlook on life is admirable, but I am concerned that you don't realize that many artists do not achieve recognition until after their deaths, even if they do put all their funding into their art. Many people among you get rent assistance from the government while working full-time just to get by, even with the stress of obtaining an art degree.
Oh, yeah. I'm totally doing that too. I don't disclose my actual income so the government send me more money. I bought a new pair of shoes last week. How great is that?
I'm not an Ayn Rand fan, but you should totally go up to somebody who is an Ayn Rand fan and tell them exactly what you just told me. They'll really appreciate it. They really will.
I'd totally do that if I knew who Ayn Rand was. I bet she got Social Security payments as well.
Actually, yes, she did, but you can discuss that with her fans at the campus book club later on. In any case, you should probably prepare your portfolio for the end-of-term show. I'm looking forward to seeing your work.
I can't be bothered to do anything major for the end-of-year show. I'll just make those single-colored canvases again like last year, and claim it is some bold statement about psychic embodiments of feeling. The tutors will eat it up, just like they did last time. I am a genius.
So was Andy Warhol, but his genius was a bit different to yours. He was able to make meaninglessness meaningful. What you were doing is being a con artist, not a contemporary painter.
My tutors have no idea. They are old people who will accept any bullshit answer I give them for what my art means. Because that is how the art world works. You can make anything, claim it means something and sell it for millions. The critics totally eat it up. It is the greatest scam ever invented.
And you'll probably be going to be criticized to hell as soon as your casket is in the ground. Or your critics who lambasted you in their reviews of your exhibitions will praise you posthumously to cover their ass for all the flack they gave you when you were alive. Either way, it is a hollow victory.
They can hate on me all they want, but I will have millions of dollars from the art I give them. I will be the Michael Bay of art.
More power to you if you succeed, but unfortunately being Michael Bay only works when you are remaking 1980s franchises in order to profit off the aging remnants of Generation X. You are nowhere near that demographic. Enjoy your empty, soulless life of art practice. I will go get myself a sandwich.
Oh yeah, I'm totally aiming for that mansion right now. Money in the bank. Michael Bay won't know what hit him. He's got competition.
Oh, bugger this.